Hey guys, Steven here from Airsoft Tech, and today I'm bringing you guys another review. And today what we're looking at is the H&K MP5N dual-powered airsoft gun. And what the N stands for is Navy. So really, it's the H&K MP5 Navy dual-powered airsoft gun. And I'll explain why it's called dual power in the review. But to start the review off, why don't I show you guys what comes with the gun? Really, the gun doesn't come with a lot of stuff. Besides, obviously, your gun, the magazine, and the speed reloader. And this isn't the speed reloader you will get. You will get a clear plastic one, but I don't know what I did with that. But it's the same thing, it's just that this one's black. This one came with another one of my guns, the RDW to be exact. But you get the same speed reloader, just it's clear and see-through. But the magazine I showed you guys is a 46-round magazine. That's what they say on AirsoftStation.com, which is where you could purchase this gun for around $76.95, I believe. But really, from my personal experiences, I can fit around 50 BBs in there. So you get 2 to 4 more BBs. Sometimes I can get 48, 49, 46, 47, somewhere around there. But I really do get more than 4 to 6 BBs. But anyways, before I actually start my review of the gun, I would like to apologize because I know I said I'll upload this video on Thursday or Friday or even Saturday at the latest, and it's Sunday. Well, actually, after I uploaded my update video, I got the flu, and these past 3 days were just awful, and I just laid in bed trying to get over it. I'm not 100% right now, but I'm good enough to do the video. So, now, why don't we get to the review? So why don't we start from the front and then work our way to the back. So starting at the front, you can see you have your orange flash hider, which cannot be removed, unfortunately. But if you're good with painting, you can always take a spray paint, find a dull spray paint, and just spray paint it. Or just take electrical tape and wrap it over nice and neat, clean. One wrap, don't try and, don't mess it up or anything like that. It still looks good. I remember when I first got the gun, I did electrical tape, and I did a really good job, and it looked quite good, actually. So, yeah, it's a bad thing. You can't take the flash hider off, but you could always spray paint or put electrical tape around it. But anyways, moving on, you have your outer barrel, as you can see right next to it, which is plastic, but don't worry, the inner barrel is metal. And then up there above the outer barrel, you have your front iron sight, which is plastic. And then you have your iron sight, or not iron sight, your metal sling mount. It's kind of funny how the iron sight is plastic and then the sling mount's metal. They should have just made the whole thing metal, in my opinion. But, probably it's cheaper to make, and it's just what they did. But anyways, moving on, you have your upper barrel or upper part of the gun, which is where your charging handle will be, and I'll explain what that is used for. And then underneath the charging handle, you have your handguard, which is where your batteries will be stored, which I'll show you how to do in a second as well. But going back to the charging handle, they call it dual powered because this is also spring. So when you pull that back, it is spring operated. So if you lose power or your batteries run out of juice on the field and you don't want to quit, you don't want to forfeit, it's all up to you. Everyone's counting on you to win the game. You could always pull the charging handle back to get those few shots out, and maybe you might even hit them. So, it's good to have spring and electric. Yes, I know it's annoying to pull it back every shot you want to shoot, but hey, one of those BBs could hit them and you could win the game. But anyways, that's the charging handle. It's still pretty cool, dual powered. But anyways, going back to the batteries, as you can see, there is a pin right there. You just push that out, and then this whole piece slides off, and that's where your 6 AA batteries will be stored. The 6 AA batteries do not come with the gun. You have to have them. That was kind of when I got the gun, I was kind of bummed out because I didn't have AA batteries at the moment, so my dad and I had to run down to the store, pick a pack up, and then I got it working. So have that in mind, guys. The 6 AA batteries does not come with the gun. But anyways, moving on, you have your upper and lower receivers. Now, the upper and lower receivers are plastic. Starting with the upper receiver, you have your rear iron sight, which is also plastic, which can be adjusted. Has different sizes for holes which you can aim through. It's all up to you, depending on where your target is at and how far he is, the distance in which he's in. But anyways, now going down to the lower receiver, you do have a nice trademark that says Cal 6mm, made in Taiwan. And then you have a little metal piece right there, which can be unscrewed if you don't want it. It's one of the few things that is metal on the gun, so I'll just leave it on if I were you. And then you have your mag well, which is where your magazine will go. Your 46 to 50 round magazine, mid-cap mag. And then also you have your mag release button, mag release button right there. So when you push that up, releases the mag. This lever right here releases it. As you can see, it goes up. That is also metal. So the mag release mechanism is full metal, so that's very nice. Moving on, you have your nice trademarks in the middle of the gun that says H&K MP5. And then you have your fire selector switch, which is plastic. Right here, which is plastic. You have safe all the way down, semi, full auto. And when it's on semi, it's really not kind of at the angle that it's at right now. It's pointing to it, but like while you're holding it and it's in your hands, it's a little down. So you have to be careful not to like do it in the middle or anything like that, or in the middle of both of them, because it's very easy to do. So just be careful of that. But anyways, moving down, you have your trigger and trigger guard. Your trigger is metal, which is very nice. But I will point out the trigger response is very slow. So I know dry firing isn't good for airsoft guns. All of you guys should know that. But I'll do a test for you guys. So here it starts here. Nothing's in the gun. Make sure the mag's out. Look at that. I'm still pulling. Still pulling. Finally it's shot. So that's a con for the gun, but hey, again, this gun is for beginners. I would say 10 to 12-year-olds who just want to have a good time in their backyard. So that is the trigger guard. The trigger guard is plastic, as well as the pistol grip, which is plastic. Now moving on to the rear of the gun, you have your metals sling mount, your second sling mount, which is metal, so it's very nice. Both sling mounts are metal, so those won't rip off or break off if they're plastic or anything like that. And then you have your buttstock, which is plastic. It is a 3-position stock. As you can see, it's in the first position. Push this button up, just like so. The stock will come out to its second position, which is a little bit farther out. And then the third position, which is all the way out. So pretty nice feature. Most guns have that. You could always get the MP5 that has the fixed stock, which is the full stock, which you cannot adjust. But there you could also house a larger battery, or you could get the cheaper one, which you would still use the 6 AA battery. So it's up to you. There's plenty of MP5s, but this MP5, guys, it's a great buy, and it's cheap, $76.95 from airsoftstation.com. Remember, there'll be a link in the description. So that's pretty much it on this side of the gun. Why don't we flip it over? As you can see, really nothing else to talk about. The only thing that's different is you have some serial numbers here. You have another tray, fire selector switch, which cannot move. It's just there for looks. It's actually molded in to the lower receiver. And then you have trades up here, which you can't see, there you go. And then here's your hop-up, actually. So if you go all the way to the right, less hop-up. All the way to the left, more hop-up. So that's really it on this side. Everything else is on the other side of the gun. But this video is taking quite long now, so why don't we go outside and do the shooting test? Alright guys, so we're outside, about to do the shooting test, and I will be shooting at 50 feet, 75 feet, and 100 feet. But as I always do in my reviews, I do shooting damage tests. I'm not going to be doing a damage test for this gun because, again guys, this gun is for like, I would say 10 to 12-year-olds. That just want to have fun in their backyard and just shoot around, shoot in their IV or anything really. So really this gun really isn't that powerful. It's 250 FPS with .20s. That's what they say on Airsoft Station's website. And you can purchase this gun from Airsoft Station for $76. So very good deal. But they say 250 FPS with .20s. I would say 275 to 285 FPS with .12s, which is what I use. With .20s, I would say it's like 200 FPS or even below that. It's ridiculous how bad the FPS is with .20s. I'm going to say that. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. So just use .20s. I know everyone says never use .20s, but for this, use .20s. So let me go back to my first distance, which is at 50 feet, and let's start shooting the box. Alright, so as you guys can see, 50 feet, not a problem at all. So next distance, 75 feet, let's see what it does at that spot. But again, with .12 gram BBs, guys, I aim just fine with it. I still hit my enemies or the targets I want to engage in. So just use .12s. If you want to use .20s, be my guest, but you'll see why I don't. But anyways, let's go back to 75 feet and see what the gun does at that spot. Alright, so 75 feet. Still hitting the target. The BBs are definitely dropping. So just imagine with .20s, guys. Trust me. .20s don't want to go there. But anyways, as you guys can see, the BBs aren't even really going through the box. Just making just pretty good dents. And actually from 75 feet, the dents are actually bigger or deeper than the dents that were made from 50 feet. So that's pretty funny. But let's go back all the way to our last distance, which is at 100 feet, and see how the gun performs. Alright, 100 feet. I'll give it to the gun. It's holding up pretty good. The accuracy's not that bad, but again, with .12s, the BBs do start to fly around in the wind when you go from that distance. So, but honestly, it's not that bad. But I'm going to take the camera off the stand here for a sec. As you can see, there are many dents. Pretty good dents. The ones all the way at the bottom, that's from 100 feet, so the BBs definitely are dropping. But as you can see, there are a lot of dents in the box. And so the ones that are all the way up here are from the 50 to 75 feet range. But also some are from the 100 range, from just the BBs flying up. Just because, you know, they're light and the wind picks them. But I did miss a couple shots, not too many. And I also forgot to mention, on Airsoft Station's site, they say the magazine only holds 46 rounds. Personally, me, as my experiences doing with this gun, I get around 48 to 50 BBs in the mag. So you get 2 to 4 BBs more, which can be a game changer in those close quarters or those tight games, leaving it all up to you. But anyways, remember, you can get this gun at airsoftStation.com for $76.95, I believe it is. Great deal, usually $90. Their price is much cheaper. So go get it. If you're a beginning airsofter, definitely recommend this gun. Thanks, guys, for watching. Really do appreciate it. And see you guys next time.